All right then.
So anything you want to say before we as it's just starting?
Nope. Other than we'll see how it goes.
What do you want?
Why is this door locked?
Okay, so because guys, it sounded like you wanted to say something.
This is the. I remember.
No, you're drunk.
I'm what? Excuse me?
That's the first time. I remember.
Dane DeHaan.
Done whatever.
Dane DeHaan.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I remember. He's the only reason I remember this movie, because I thought he looked very different.
Well, from back then to Spider-Man.
No, he looked, when I saw this movie, like he was.
He looked off.
He was an actor I've never seen before. He looked very distinct.
I bought a camera and I'm filming everything from here on out.
And I just thought, like, I want to see how, where he goes, and he's had an alright film career as an actor. I mean, I think other than this movie, he hasn't hit it big again, has he?
I think Spider-Man, and then that one movie about him inspecting
An asylum.
Yeah, an asylum.
Yeah.
And then that was the last thing I saw him in.
Yeah.
I didn't see him, and I never saw that movie. But keep in mind, he said that he bought this camera, so he could he can either prevent his dad from hitting him, or to catch his dad in the act of hitting him. So then the child services can, or the police can take. No, the police could take the father away.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll mention that up front, cause that doesn't come back to play. Which is really annoying, and that's the whole plot. That's the whole reason why we could see anything for the found footage. Also, I remember this from the trailer. Do you think this movie would have even been made if it wasn't a found footage movie? Or if it wasn't found footage?
I think it still could have been made, but I do think
You remember the time it came out, 2012. There weren't that many. Like, I would say around that time there haven't been any good movies overall yet that were indie movies.
Yeah.
And so I think a year later, I fully believe that if this movie wasn't found footage, this movie wouldn't have been made. Because other than it being found footage, like the story overall and the shots that are in this movie, it looks very generic.
Right.
Like if anything, it probably looks like a more regular Kick-Ass movie, but with the kids having powers.
He was in the party. It cuts to him outside the party. Who's editing it?
I don't know, but to me that never bothered me. But if they talked about that in the movie, like you said,
no, it always
no. But in a future movie, if someone were to talk about the editing, like a character, I agree with you. That would be pretty cool because no one ever talks about that. But I don't mind.
Did he stop recording, go outside, and then started recording? Like you see, is the editing that always bothers me in a found footage? Because who's editing it? Because right there, if he stopped recording, he walks outside. Why did he start recording again? Clearly, something's missing between that cut.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense, jump cuts, because he's like, oh, battery round or some shit like that. But he leaves the party, comes out, and he just has the camera. Just that always, little details like that always bother me. This shouldn't, because it's found footage, that's always going to be the issue of this genre.
Yeah.
That who's holding the camera, who's editing it.
That's why I don't bother thinking about that.
But anytime a movie does that, it just goes like, it's just always gonna be a bother to me that it just stops being a bother. You just learn to live with it.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh dude, you're bleeding. Oh man, you're bleeding. Stop.
Also, one thing I could say, the CG in this movie is terrible when it happens, but when it's good, it's good.
Yeah, that ball.
Look at that ball.
That does not look good.
That's a horrible ball.
Really?
Just do it.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's terrible. He's that guy on the right with the red long shirt.
Yeah.
It looks like the thing that his friend is building is like still small.
Yeah.
You didn't notice like, whoa, it's huge. The extended cut might be the version that Max Landis likes the most because that means more footage of the script that he made. He did say before that his favorite movie that got his favorite script that got made into a movie was Chronicle because he said like the percentage of the script that was in Chronicle was either said 100% or 90% or 70%. One of those three options. But I remember that that because a majority of his script was used, that he really liked how it came out, and for that one he doesn't really care what critics say or not. Even if they hated it, but people really liked it. But even if people hated it, he said he wouldn't have cared because it was his first big time movie. But big time in terms of it was a small movie that did amazingly well in the box office.
Why? What else is there? Go.
Wait, how's this affect?
What? Holy shit! Dude! Holy shit!
If that was real, that's pretty awesome. But if it was CG, but if that was CG, that was really good CG because the reflection on it also on the car, like very shiny.
Steve, don't look. She can't find it. She thinks it's stolen.
Oh yeah, we were talking about depression earlier today. Now we're watching a movie in where the main protagonist suffers with depression, but the depression comes from his father abusing him. Also, I remember this from the trailer. I think there was like the big moment in the trailer of like, oh man, where like the trailer got serious.
Oh shit! What the hell did you just do? Man, stop the car! Stop! Are you crazy? Pull down the rope.
Okay, so everything up till now, we know that it was fun them having fun with the powers. But now this is a very serious situation, right?
Right.
And they saw that he mentally pushed that car of his own will.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you know what happens? Do you know what happens with this story later on?
Yeah.
What happens?
Fuck, I don't remember. I thought I did.
Okay. After this, I think they saved the guy, and then after this scene, they never talk about this again. This important thing happens of like, whoa, someone almost died. They never talk about it again. They literally just continue on of them having fun. Like, hey man, let's continue using our powers. That's literally it.
Steve! Look up.
That's what I always liked about this movie. It's just that it's just kind of that scenario. Just like, hey, if you and your friends got powers, what would you do? I think that's what I liked about this movie. Is that it captured that really
idea. Yeah. I agree with that.
I swear, it's much easier than it looks. Oh my god, dude! But make sure you catch yourself and don't try and jump or you'll just flip yourself. Come on, Matt. Come on. Right. Oh shit! Oh.
What is this? Some kind of newfound school?
She looks like
this I gotta say this bothers me because it's completely unnecessary. Because I don't know anything about her. She's not that interesting.
Dude, she's a blogger.
And then, out of the three,
Steve, woohoo! Sorry,
out of the three, the cousin, the pothead, he's the least interesting to me.
Yeah.
In the middle, it's Green Goblin, and it's mostly due to the acting.
You think it's bad?
No, like it's good.
Oh, okay.
And then Michael B. Jordan, but that's not a default.
Why? Why is he a default? I'm curious why.
Huh?
Why?
Because that dude could act the best out of all of them.
Because of work he does in the future or right now?
No, because right now, like when the two
when he feels real.
Yeah, when he talked about his dad and his mom, that was way better.
And like the slow camera.
Yeah, okay, like they did his scenes better than anybody else.
I don't think it was okay. I don't think they made the scenes better. I think he made the scenes better.
And I know what you did. I'm not going to break. You stupid.
I don't like the static thing. It makes no sense.
Stay out of my life.
Maybe it's like in Dragon Ball Z. The angrier you get, the stronger you are.
I have no idea because he was able to bend that car without using anger. Wait. He floated sideways, didn't he?
No, he just went horizontal way too quick. So he just looked
Just give me all your money, or else. Or else? Shit, man.
What do you get out of them? Like $200?
Shit, man, is that Andrew?
Oh, I'm assuming because they're thugs.
Yeah.
Andrew thinks that they have a decent amount of cash, and also Andrew doesn't like them. I like this.
Dude,
I love that. Okay. Look, I love this right now. Okay, that looks terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminded me like a fan film.